Listen to the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Call this meeting of West Burlington City Council to order. Roll call, please.
Crowner.
Here.
Raleigh.
Here.
Stewart. Here. Lees.
Here.
West.
Okay, we need to perfect and approve the agenda.
So moved.
Support.
Motion with support. Any discussion? Roll call.
Raleigh.
Aye.
Stewart. Aye. Lees.
Aye.
Crowner.
Aye.
Motion carried. Consent agenda.
Motion to approve is presented.
Support.
Motion with support to approve consent agenda, items 1 through 10, which are the minutes of the regular city council meeting on August 1st, 2012. Payment to Wunderlich Incorporated, a payment to USA Blue Book, a payment to Des Moines County Regional Waste Commission, payment to Cessford Construction Company, a payment to Burlington Municipal Water Works, another payment to Burlington Municipal Water Works, a payment to the City of Burlington, payment to ACO, and the claims as percent of the amount of $144,134.37, and that breaks down to the general fund, $54,912.81, road use, $9,084.51, TIF capital projects, $10,390.08, 2011 general obligation bond, $125, water, $37,974.22, Beaverdale escrow, $19.75, Westwood Hills escrow, $19.75, Woodsman subdivision escrow, $19.75, sewer, $25,807.36, medical insurance reserve, $3,570.48, flex account, $1,026.51, 4th of July celebration, $1,184.15. Any discussion? Roll call.
Stewart. Aye. Lees.
Aye.
Crowner.
Aye.
Raleigh.
Aye.
Motion carried. Committee reports. Finance. Rod, you got anything?
I have nothing new, sir. Having been out of the country for the last week, I have the slightest idea what's going on.
Anybody else have anything for finance? Streets.
I've been gone this week, same time, so Randy's the only one that probably has anything right now.
This week, we've been trying to take down some trees that looked like they were either dead or dying, and actually we've taken down 2 or 3, and we got 2 more that we're waiting for Skelly and DeJanes to come in and take the tops down that we can't reach, and then we'll finish taking those down. We'll continue doing that the rest of the fall, kind of working with the map that the lady from DNR identified the trees and that told us we need to take certain trees down. So we'll be doing some patching in the next week or so, and start winding down with the pool season. I never know where to talk about pool at, but since today's the last day, we're going to be shutting down some pumps that we don't feel that we need all the time. We'll keep everything within the range where it needs to be chlorine-wise for the dog wash, which is coming up in about a week and a half, and then after that, we'll drain the pool, and that season will be over with.
Okay, anybody else have anything for streets? Public safety, trees.
We have a presentation, but I think I'll let Police Chief Newberry start.
Okay, I just
That's
got,
a nice ring, doesn't it?
I just have a few things. We received information this week that the training for IT specialist Brad Newberry on cell phone technology scheduled for August 20th through the 24th has been canceled. You guys approved that a while back ago, and there's really was no explanation offered as to why they canceled it. Last night, Officer Covert was at the school for the open house, and he did bicycle registrations, and he registered 17 bikes, and he gave out 14 bicycle helmets, and also a lot of stickers and pencils, and made good contact with all the children. Then after that, both him and I went to a neighborhood watch presentation put on by Lieutenant Grimshaw of the Burlington Police Department. We picked up a lot of good pointers on starting a program here in the spring. Just would like to thank the residents of the Sanderson Heights neighborhood for allowing us to sit in on their meeting, and both of us really enjoyed talking to those people. And the last thing that we have been batting around here, we kind of noticed an oversight, and it was, we've been looking at bulletproof vests as when they've been purchased, and the manufacturer recommends changing vests every 5 years. Going through what we were looking at, we have actually 3 employees wearing vests that are 8 years old, 1 employee that's 7 years old, and 2 at 6 years old. We do have a grant that covers half of those costs, but we're going to order a lot, probably in the next couple of weeks, order a lot of vests to come out of the uniform budget line. But we're still looking somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,500 to $1,800 our cost to get everybody into that 5-year section of the grant. So I just kind of wanted to give you a heads up in case you had any questions about that coming down the road.
What are you gonna do with the old vests? You recycle them for the reserves, or?
They're pretty much, because of the breakdown from everything that I understand, that the research, the breakdown happens no matter what, from the date it was manufactured, whether it's hanging in the closet or whatever it's doing, and it's not as effective. So I don't know if we would, liability-wise, would it hurt us if a reserve got hurt because he was wearing an 8-year-old vest or a 10-year-old vest. I can't answer that. That's something we would have to look at. We probably could recycle them for the reserves that have them, but right now all the reserves presently have some. So, but I'd recommend probably let's stick with the 5-year replacement.
Plus, they're fitted, they're individually fitted.
Yeah, they're
so
individually fit.
Doesn't really,
So, because the uniform den and the uniform place that we always had has to come down and measure you for it, or you have to go up there and measure you for the fitting of the vest. So, but I think we should be hopefully all right with the, on the line item with uniforms to be able to do that with the grant, help with the grant.
You say 1,800, does that cover all 6 of them, or?
That should cover up, yes, within that range, 1,500 to 1,800. It could be less. We're looking at several places for the best deal, having the right. They're in level 2 now, vest, but they say you probably should be in vest that will protect you from the same gun that you're carrying. So that means we'd have to step up to a level 3 vest. Meaning if somebody gets your gun away from the officer, should protect you from your own gun. So,
Mr. Reason?
anyway, I just kind of wanted to give you a heads up on that, but that's about all I have.
Mike? Well, you want to do the presentation first?
Yeah, let's do the presentations
Okay.
first and the pink bills thing. Go ahead.
Skylar had written a grant to an insurance company, F&M Global Insurance Company, and they've been awarded the grant, and Mr. Thomas Lauer from Factory Mutual Insurance Company is here to present that to us tonight. Go ahead, sir.
Well, thank you. I'm from FM Global. We are one of the largest property insurance company, commercial property insurance companies in the world. It's probably a company you've never heard of because of the small size of the commercial property insurance market. But we have a fairly large presence in eastern Iowa. We are the insurer of Deere & Company, University of Iowa, Rockwell Collins, and so forth. And so we're quite active in the in this part of the state. Our philosophy is that it's better to prevent a loss than it is to try to recover to one or recover from one after the fact. We also believe that a majority of all losses are preventable. Over the past 35 years, FM Global has had a grant program available for municipalities and fire departments to help improve their loss prevention efforts. And in the grant proposals, we look for agencies that have the same philosophy that we do, that a majority of all losses are preventable, and it's easier to prevent a loss than it is to try to recover from one afterwards. The grant that was written by your fire department was evaluated and was felt to meet those criteria. So as a result, I have a check here for $2,500 for the purchase of, I believe it's computer equipment.
Hang on a second, let me get a picture of you guys. I know how to make this thing work. Oh, Chair's got it, that's good. Time I get this thing over and figure it out. Snooze.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Did you have a name or few?
I have. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, Mike, what else you got? We'll do Heidi. Want to introduce Heidi Higdon from Planned Parenthood. They're going to be the recipients of the money that's raised at Pink Heels Tour.
Thank you. My name is Heidi Higdon, and I am the Eastern Iowa Regional Development Director for Planned Parenthood of the Heartland. I like to say I have the longest title in the history of the world, and it doesn't fit on a business card. And I am in charge of all of the fundraising for Planned Parenthood of the Heartland on the eastern third of Iowa. We are a 4-state affiliate. We cover all of Iowa, all of Nebraska, all of Arkansas, and eastern Oklahoma. So our reach is very far and very wide. And we have been selected as the recipients for the funds that are raised through the Pink Hills event. And we will be using that money to fund our breast health initiative, which helps to underwrite mammograms at our regional partner medical organizations that provide mammograms. Because of most of our patient base is either uninsured or underinsured, when they come to a Planned Parenthood clinic and receive results from an abnormal breast exam, or they have the risk factors to be at high risk for breast cancer, we refer them out to an agency like Great River Medical Center to do their mammograms. And most of our patients never follow up because they cannot afford the mammogram. The average is about $350 if you're uninsured. So the funds through this will underwrite our voucher program, where we will give patients vouchers to go and get that mammogram underwritten from Planned Parenthood of the Heartland so that they can be healthy and get their follow-up care. So on behalf of all of Planned Parenthood of the Heartland, we'd just really like to thank you for thinking of us and our patients here in Des Moines County. We serve several patients from all around southeast Iowa. We do have 5 clinics in southeast Iowa, and Burlington is the largest of our 5 southeast Iowa clinics. So thank you for the support, and thank you for thinking of us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For all the work you do.
Okay. On the building side, the new school multipurpose room sprinkler test was completed, certified. They're still painting the interior walls, HVAC's done, they're still pulling wires and things. Their completion date is the 23rd of August, when they'll be about 95% completed, and they think by Labor Day they'll be in it, or around that weekend they can move in. Residential inspections for building permits, I've been hitting them pretty hard, getting the decks and those kind of things taken off the system. Working with MediaCom's engineers on their new building. Rental inspections continue. We're getting some new rentals in the city. Hospital project, the demo has begun. Plans review are supposed to be coming in either tomorrow or Friday. When working with Valley Distribution, they're getting ready to add more storage tanks, containments. They're going to do some building alterations and some more building additions. Dairy Brothers, plans for remodeling should be arriving this week. I talked again with the architect again today, and they're almost ready to submit with their building permit and submit their drawings. Wally Day project, sheetrock interior is completed. They've got them sanded. They're getting ready to start shooting by Friday, shooting the primer on the sheetrock. Klein Center, we've got 5 more change orders, and of the 5 change orders we've received. There's 9 changes within the 5 orders. On the fire, Pink Hills is tomorrow. Right now, there's 7 trucks with them. They're North Carolina, Florida, Kansas, and their own trucks, where they're from, and Illinois. Also, Friday, we're getting a grant from TransCanada for $5,000 for hazardous material equipment, like we did the previous years. And that takes our grand total for grants over $600,000 in 22 months. And that's all I've got.
Do you have anything for the chiefs? Or anything else on public safety? Utilities, Karen?
I just want to remind everybody about the Pink Hills Tour tomorrow. We'll have events going on throughout the day. We'll be at the Cancer Care Center from 9 to noon, Hospice House at 1:30. We're also going to do a visit at the grade school at about 2:15. And then we'll do an informal parade through town at 3:45 and then end up at Community Park by the pool at 4 o'clock. So lots of games and information booths, and KJRS will be there doing a live remote for us for the event also. So I remind everybody to come out and participate. The utilities, I don't know.
I don't have anything tonight.
Okay.
Anybody have anything for utilities? Sanitation, Dan's not here. Randy, got anything?
No, not tonight.
On the agenda? Okay, other staff report. Kelly, got anything?
Randy briefly talked about the dog wash. That's Des Moines County Humane Society's event, fundraising event that they do. Will be Saturday, August 25th from 11 to 3 at the pool. I think the admission is $5. And they were going to do microchipping there too as well.
Dog wash or dog swim?
Dog swim.
And wash.
Slash
You can
wash.
you can get your dog shampooed.
Alrighty. Leslie, got anything? Couple of things, does anybody have time next Wednesday for a work session?
Yep.
A couple of things.
Sure.
Okay. 6 o'clock, fine?
Yep.
All right,
Might be a few minutes late.
that's fine. Anyone wishing to address the council on matters we did discuss or didn't discuss? Ringo, you want a dog?
He's updating our equipment and our safety devices, and we really appreciate that. He's taking good prompt action.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, you're on, for those that don't know, Ringo's gonna be the new dare officer too, so
Yes, he is.
we'll be, spending some time up there with those wonderful children.
Wonderful children might double dog dare you.
That's right.
New business. Item number 1 is to consider purchase of an auger controller for the wastewater treatment plant, the amount of $2,835.50. Guess this is what brings the stuff in to get treated.
This is what tells the augers when to run and the grinder to run. Right now, it's kind of runs continuously. This is, what's there now is obsolete. It's from when the plant originally was built. And it's set up so that if you get something that goes through the grinder that kind of binds it up, it'll reverse everything. And then it only runs at a certain time. I mean, it's one of those things that we've been getting by without it since they put the new grinder and auger in there. But we should have this just so that we don't end up burning something up. It was designed to be in there, and like I said, the old one was obsolete, so this is why we have to go with this route.
Is there a line item, Randy, that has money in it for this? I mean, it'll
We'll
cover
just take it out of,
maintenance and repairs or?
yeah.
Okay, all right.
Motion approved.
Support.
Motion with support. Any other discussion? Roll call.
Lees,
Aye.
Crowner,
Aye.
Raleigh,
Aye.
Stewart. Aye.
Motion carried. Item number 2 is to consider payment to Snyder Associates for engineering services on the West Lift Station for $3,500.07.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Motion with support. Any discussion? Roll call.
Crowner.
Aye.
Raleigh.
Aye.
Stewart. Aye. Lees.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item number 3 is to consider resolution setting a public hearing to vacate storm sewer easements on the Agency Street Stormwater Project. There's some temporary and permanent easements that we can vacate because the project is completed. So we need to have a public hearing on the September 5th.
So move.
Support.
Motion with support. Any discussion? Roll call.
Raleigh.
Aye.
Stewart. Aye. Lees.
Aye.
Crowner.
Aye.
Carried. Item number 4 is to consider the purchase of a police pursuit vehicle. As you might recall, 2 weeks ago today, Denny's had a fire which started in the chief's police vehicle and pretty much destroyed his vehicle, along with a lot of property damage to Denny's. And that vehicle needs to be replaced. So,
Yeah, you can't
go ahead,
turn
would
around.
you?
Couldn't hardly use the one sitting out of the street shot.
No, there's
It
not
would even
much
be good
left.
for smashing at the 4th of July.
The trunk lid might be all right. Anyway, Frank's been checking around on different vehicles, and they found a Ford Explorer 4-wheel drive that's all set up with a police package. It's actually a demonstrator model that they're using right now in a police chief's conference in San Diego, but it is through an Iowa dealer. And after comparing prices and checking with Kansas, the Kansas models, price-wise and cost-wise, we're within a couple of $1,000s of purchasing brand new compared to old, what our insurance company is going to reimburse us. And as far as the vehicle that was lost and the equipment that was lost in it, there should be enough money, plus the vehicle that it's scheduled or had planned on buying for this next fiscal year. There should be enough money to cover the cost of this. I think Frank feels that sometimes a four-wheel drive vehicle or all-wheel drive vehicle is needed to, during some of the heavier storms that we do get every so often. And it's going to be available to all the officers, not just for the chief's car.
Yeah, I'll make keys for each officer, and I live just a few blocks from here, and they'll be able to get in and get access to it. Then they can pick the chief up in a warm vehicle in the morning.
And a cup of coffee.
And a cup of coffee, there you go.
I know we had discussed possibly purchasing a four-wheel drive after the snowstorms that we've had, so I think that's probably a good idea to.
Thank you, yeah, I think so.
This has the cage in it, since it's the police package.
Yes, it actually does. It has a very nice cage in it. It also covers the windows, like some of our squad cars, because we have had windows kicked out. And it also has a cage so they can't jump up over the back, so there's actually two cages and it's totally surround in. And it's a larger vehicle also for transporting prisoners, a little bit larger than the Crown Vic, and it's very, if anybody's got, hopefully nobody here has gotten into a Crown Vic with handcuffs on, but it's pretty tough. So this has even got a little more room.
Well, as I told you that night of the fire, Frank, I think it's an excellent idea. I remember the snowstorm from 2 years ago and you trying to get out of this back parking lot in your car and couldn't even go anywhere and had to eventually go home and get your own truck to use that day. So I had said to Alex back then that we ought to try to figure out a way to have a four-wheel drive at least in our fleet somewhere. So I think with the unusual circumstances, now's, it just fits into the schedule to get it done.
Appreciate that suggestion too, because I wasn't even thinking at the time I lost my squad car.
Yeah, he wasn't thinking about a whole lot that night.
No, and Rod did mention that, and we've always talked about it and that stuff.
It's
And
being-
I'm glad you got a hold of me last week
bringing
and
it back.
gave me the information and everything that I needed. I appreciated that. So,
I entertain the motion then,
So moved.
Support.
with support. Is there any other discussion? Roll call.
Raleigh.
aye.
Aye.
Stewart. Aye. Crowner.
Aye. It's a trick deal.
Carried.
That went around for...
Item number 5 is to consider hiring Shipley Painting to perform paint and repair maintenance at City Hall in the amount of $2,915. We budgeted $3,000 for this, so we are under.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Motion with support. Any discussion? Roll call.
Stewart. Aye.
Aye.
Crowner.
Aye.
Raleigh.
Aye.
Motion carried. If anybody's interested, I can make you some copies of what's gonna get painted. We got a list here, but, they thought they might even get started tomorrow, so. Oh. Whatever. Item number 6 is to consider a resolution authorizing internal loan for the West Lift Station and Houston Street Storm Sanitary Sewer Project. Internal loan would be for $377,000, which would be repaid through TIF.
Motion to approve.
Support that.
Motion with support. Any discussion? Roll call.
Lees.
Aye.
Crowner.
Aye.
Raleigh.
Aye.
Stewart. Aye.
Motion carried. Any old business? Anybody wishing to address council matters we did discuss or didn't discuss tonight? Step forward. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Things adjourned. Thank you.